Welcome to Love's Buzz podcast for January 2nd, 2019. Personal. As promised in my very first podcast, every now and then I'm going to do some personal topics. Bullying. Yes, as a child, I was also bullied for very many reasons. People can be so cruel sometimes. Just a mean look, an offset comment that people don't realize are going to hurt others, or just downright purposely saying something so absolutely horrid without even caring. Getting physical with somebody and hurting somebody just for a laugh or just to be popular. Yes, when I was younger and I was in high school, I was very much bullied. Bullied to the point of having a desk thrown on me. Bullied to the point of being kicked down to the ground in the snow and repeatedly kicked over and over to the body, to the head, all that kind of thing. Going to school with nobody to turn to, nobody to talk to. Having a group of girls who were a popular clique turn around and think that I thought something snide of one of their friends. And as I went into the bathroom, the girl followed me, shoved me into a mirror, and broke half of my front tooth, which then had to be capped by a dentist. I don't know, you guys, there's so many forms of bullying, and I, as a kid, was lucky and made it through, and would have never, ever thought in a million years to take my own life. I got myself into entertainment later on and enjoyed music, and also became a singer, and had a few bands. I did a lot of karaoke for a long time. I ran karaoke, I should say, for a very, very long time. And just enjoyed that part of my life after high school. But if you would have asked me in those days if I would have made it through, I can honestly say I didn't think I was going to see the other end. I really, really didn't. It was probably one of the hardest times of my life because, honestly, I hated school so bad. At that time, there was nothing I wanted more than for it to just end. At one point, when I had the desk thrown on me, out of sheer just reaction and not even thinking about it, I let out a very large curse word, as you can imagine, out of pain, frustration, anger. This person who threw this desk on me was a male. On top of that, yeah. And so I let out this big curse word. And as I did, the teacher walked into the class. Oh, goodness gracious. So now we were both in trouble. Him for doing what he did. I can laugh about it now, guys, because you know what? Frankly, I made it through. I'm stronger. I wouldn't take that now. But back then, I did. Back then, I did. So, you know, the teacher walks in and we both get sent to the principal's office. Vice principal, I should say. And the vice principal of our school was kind of one of those tough nose, it doesn't matter who's right or wrong, you're both in trouble kind of deal. So, okay. All right. I got an outer school suspension. He got an in-school suspension. Okay. So I get home and I tell my mom. What does my mom say? Well, this is your lucky day because somebody very famous that you love is here in town and doing a special signing at our local mall. Ooh. I look at her with wonder, and she says, go. Well, off I went, and in the end, I had a fantastic break. A very well needed break. But I still kind of felt punished for something, well, I was hurting. And I still felt punished. Went back to school anyways and tried to forget about it. Many years later, the girl that shoved me into the mirror and I lost a part of my tooth to her, she saw me when I was up on stage singing and came to me and she actually apologized. And that meant the world to me. Whereas I had some people who bullied me who were boys, and one of them actually became in trouble with the law often. And even many years later, I was very afraid of him. He actually came after me one time at a Kentucky Fried Chicken. But I, luckily, had a very hot cup of coffee in my hands and got myself out of that situation seeing him by saying, look, don't come near me. I want nothing to do with you. He saw the cup of coffee in my hand and realized that it was a very different time and that he had scared me enough that if I had to, I was going to defend myself. I had no choice. In today's day and age, bullying, I can't even imagine this, but it's gotten so much worse. It really has. Bullying has come to a point where we have teens, young people whose lives haven't even begun. They haven't begun. Nothing should take their lives at this point. They haven't even begun to start. They don't even know what they want to do. They don't even know what path it's going to take. You know? And I just think to those people in my life, if they hear this, I actually want to thank you. Because for me, back in those days, it made me stronger. But now, I fear because it's a very different time. And these young people are turning a different route. And they're using taking their own lives as a way out. And we can't accept this. We can't accept this. We have to do better. We have to do better, because I just think of every person hurting the way I did then, and it kills me to think that there is somebody there hurting like that. It's incredible to me. I was a young girl just trying to make my way. Somebody who, and yes, this is extremely personal, and I promised you would get to know me in total pure form, and this is part of it. And every now and then you will get this from me as we get to know each other. But I was a young girl that really didn't have anybody to talk to in school except a few teachers who were so incredible to me that I want to thank all of the teaching profession, the ones who care, the ones who look for that troubled child, that young person who just needs that little bit of guidance. And there was one who recognized how much I loved music and what music meant to me. And they took me under their wing, and it was amazing. We sat there over the lunch hour singing and just going over different songs. And by the time that hour was over, and this was once I had returned to school off of my time off. So I was nervous. I didn't know what to expect. But we spent that whole time, and it just made everything better. And I forgot. Well, I can't say I forgot, but it didn't hurt as bad, and I could actually get through the rest of my time. So, to all you teachers out there who make a difference and who look out for it, and look out for all of the young people nowadays, Thank you so much. You have no idea how much it means. And now I'm still a DJ. I don't get to sing as much just because music in our city has kind of died a little bit. But I'll tell you what, I keep myself in the entertainment industry with things like this and coming to speak to you guys and bringing this podcast to you because I think that maybe for every person who hears this and whom I can touch with this is going to think differently. Now I want to talk directly to you, the person who could be hurting, the person who needs somebody. I'm right here. Nothing is ever that bad. You are never given more than you can handle. You are better than those hurtful words said to you. You are better than the loneliness that you have to live near at lunchtime or wherever it may be. To those of you maybe sitting in your bedrooms alone at night listening to TV or music or just playing a game because you don't know what else to do. Get out there, live your life, and don't be afraid. Don't let the fear, don't let the pain, don't let the hurt get to you. It's your life. You make it what you want. And I promise, you'll look back later on and you'll thank all of those people too. I promise you that. Bullying nowadays, we have to turn it around. It's up to us. It's up to us to turn it around. We have these young people looking to us for it and praying and hoping that just somebody's going to hear them, that somebody's going to notice them, that they're not going to be invisible, and that somebody's going to see their good qualities and the talents that they might have. In school, I was terrible in math and certain things. I couldn't catch on, and I hated myself for it. But now, there were certain parts that were nurtured by certain teachers, and thank God for that because it gave me what I have today, and I am so extremely thankful for it. So to all of you guys listening, please make sure to comment below, and don't be afraid. Say something. Stand up. Let people read your comments. And if YouTube is having a hard time at the moment, or wherever you might be listening to this podcast from, do not worry. I see every single one of them, and I will make sure to get back to you. I try to leave something for everybody who leaves something for me. I love every single one of you guys, and I hope you have enjoyed this personal podcast because I really do believe every single one of us can make a difference. Take care, everybody. This has been Love's Buzz, of course, for January 2nd, 2019. Until next time, keep buzzing. Bye, guys. Mwah.